What's up, guys? Today we are going over the top 5 purchases I recommend getting in Red Dead Redemption 2 online. Now, let me go ahead and say here, these are what I recommend. Everybody might have a different top 5 list, but these 5 things have made my life in Red Dead so much easier. And I know I haven't actually made a YouTube video in about 10 months, but I'll get more into that in the end of the video, but I'm back, so. But yeah, there's really not much else to say, so let's go ahead and just get straight into the video. So coming straight in at the number 5 spot is the fast travel post at your camp. Pretty much what the fast travel post is, it allows you to fast travel to any other fast travel points along the map straight from your camp. And this makes it so much more convenient to get from one side of the map to the other without having to run all the way over there. Now, pairing this with the fact that you can move your camp around, you can pretty much teleport anywhere on the map within seconds. And this actually makes it super convenient to do different missions like bounty hunting. If the bounty boards get reset and you have to move over to a different location, it makes it super easy to get there. Now, this can also be said for getting to gun stores in St. Denis from somewhere like Blackwater, which does not have a gun location. You can teleport straight to St. Denis and straight back within minutes. Pretty much with the fast travel post, it makes every single role in the game so much easier, including the bounty hunter, the collector, and even the trading role. But overall, this is probably one of the better upgrades to your camp you can make, maybe besides the stew pot, but I don't really like that. So coming straight in with the number 4 spot is the bounty hunter role. Now, really, this can be said for any role in the game, but the bounty hunter role is by far the best. And just some of those reasons include the fact that it's the most lucrative, it has the most rewards, and it's the only role in the game that allows you to earn gold. And in my opinion, it is the most fun, and it actually includes extra content not included in other roles. And as I said just a second ago, you can earn gold from it, which there are only like 2 or 3 other ways in the game you can earn gold, making it one of the only ways to. And then the legendary bounties on its own is a whole nother thing, and they are one of the most fun things in the game, and they pay out incredibly. So just overall, the bounty role is my favorite one. All of them are good, don't get me wrong, but the bounty one is probably the one that will make you the most money, and it's just the most fun. And really, the last thing to say about it is it has the best rewards out of any other role, and it has 10 extra levels, so you will be unlocking more from this role than you would any other role in the game. But other than that, there's really not too much else to say about it, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So coming in the number 3 spot is horses. Now, I mean, technically, there is no best horse in the game. It's really all about opinion, so it definitively comes down to what your playstyle is. But some breeds are better than others in different things, like the war horses make it a lot easier to fight because as soon as there's gunshots, it won't run off 1,000 miles. But chances are throughout the game, you're going to be on a horse a good 50% of the time, so you want to make sure you get a good one. Now, in my personal opinion, the way I play the game, I like the multi-horses because they just outshine every other horse except in a couple categories, but overall, their handling and speed is way better. But like I did say, it does all come down to preference. No horse, in my opinion, is 100% better than the other one, and they're all going to have their different strengths. But in my opinion, the horse is probably one of the first things you should buy in the game because you're going to be on it and using it so much, it's just a no-brainer. But really, other than that, there's not much else to say about the horses. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So the number 2 spot's going to go to the Lancaster Repeater. Now, I was almost tempted to not put a single gun on the list, but the Lancaster Repeater is so good, I thought it deserved its own spot. And that's mainly really because the accuracy stat is completely maxed out. The range stat is also pretty much maxed, making this thing a deadly weapon from close and far. I mean, if you're playing on console and you have the auto-aim, this thing will pretty much snap onto the enemy's head. Now, my favorite thing about the Lancaster Repeater is this thing is pretty much good for everything in the game. And what I mean by that is it's good for taking down long-range enemies, short-range enemies, hunting. It's pretty much good for whatever you need it for. And pretty much it's just straight up the best gun in the game. There are a couple other guns that are close contenders, but they don't come anywhere close to the Lancaster. But that's pretty much it. It's such a good gun, I thought it deserved its own spot. So let's go ahead and move into the number 1 spot. So coming in the number 1 spot is the ability cards. Now, the ability cards are probably the single most important thing in Red Dead Redemption. And this is because there are just so many of them to choose from, this could affect your gameplay in hundreds of different ways. Now, with there being so many cards, you can pretty much combo it to fit any kind of game style in the game. And this is true if you're a passive player, a PvP player, a strictly PvE player, a hunting player. There are combos for literally every playstyle. Now, the way I have my ability card set up is more of a PvE style for regenerating health and Deadeye. But if I had to choose one card in particular to put in this spot, it would be the Painted Black card. Now, pretty much what the Painted Black card does, it allows you to paint over enemies and just take out more than one enemy at a time without having to aim at each individual one. And overall, this is probably just the best ability card that almost everybody in the game uses. And that was my number one spot, so let's go ahead and move into the outro and why I've been gone for 10 months. So in complete honesty, I haven't been totally gone from social media in the past 10 months. I do have another channel on TikTok and YouTube where I run truck content, but that's not really related to this. But pretty much the main reasons I've been gone is because I have a job now, I go to school, and it might not seem like it, but these videos take so long to make. I mean, this video right here is probably already taken about 2 weeks to make. I know it might seem like a stretch, and right now I'm sitting in my truck after work at midnight recording this part. But I never really truly wanted to leave the gaming stuff. I just genuinely haven't had time in the past 10 months to do anything involving gaming. And running 2 channels at once is a little bit time consuming, but I don't really think that's that big of a deal. But hopefully I can keep making videos like this because I really do enjoy the editing and the gaming process of it, so I really do want to keep making these videos. And I guess with all that out of the way, I'll catch you on the next video. And if there are any games y'all want me to make a video of, just let me know.